Hello and welcome back to the SunDevilSource 2-minute drill. I'm Ethan Tuttle, joined alongside Chris Cartman. We just wrapped up Arizona State's Monday fall practice. Herm Edwards came in afterwards, Chris, and he let the media know that Jordan Clark, Garen Stansberry, and Tamarcus Davis will not be participating in play on Thursday's game. What's your take on that, and what's that going to do for the defense?
Well, the secondary already was sort of the biggest question mark, I would say, for the defense. And so DJ Taylor, who hasn't played nickel, is going to probably start there with the possibility of Mason Williams backing him up. And then Tamarcus Davis, of course, is one of ASU's most experienced cornerbacks, the guy who was going to play the most probably with the departures of Chase Lucas and Jack Jones. And so Ed Woods now appears in line to get his first career start. And then also Ro Torrance, the transfer from Auburn. So there's a lot happening there. I think Stansberry is not as big news. What that probably does is it elevates Dylan Hall, who's had a pretty good camp, a Boise State drop-back transfer. We know that Anthony Cooper, Joe Moore, Trevez Moore are the top three ends, so they still have quite a bit of depth there.
Yeah, lots happening on the defensive side of the ball, but switching to the offensive side of the ball, Glenn Thomas is going to be calling plays for the Sun Devils for the first time on Thursday. Herm Edwards talked a little bit about that. What can you tell us about that, and what can we expect to see on Thursday?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of pounding the rock, right? There's Xavier Valladay, Daniel Ngata are going to get a lot of carries. And then there's going to be a bunch of 12 personnel stuff where they bring out two tight ends. Messiah Swinson, Jalen Condors will play a good bit. They'll do some max pros for some shot plays with some two receiver routes. You'll see some bootlegs and getting Emory Jones into space. Maybe slip some tight ends on the backside and, do some razzle-dazzle type stuff with some misdirections. And Emory Jones, of course, is a great athlete, so I would expect that you're going to see him getting out on the move and running quite a bit. I think the biggest question that remains, Ethan, for this group is which wide receivers are going to be able to emerge. You have Elijah Badger, who's a really good option. Andre Johnson has a big play capability. And Giovanni Sanders is a senior who hasn't played much, but he's in line for a lot more action, up 15 pounds as a slot receiver.
Yeah, you talk about a lot of guys who are kind of looking for that action. What are some position battles that are still going on, that are kind of ongoing and might have some change-ups coming on Thursday or maybe in the weeks ahead?
Yeah, so some of the coaches have highlighted the potential for ongoing battles into the season, NAU at a minimum, and left tackle is the one that we should highlight the most, which is Isaiah Glass, and then Emmett Boley, who's a Division II transfer from Northern State. Those guys have been going head-to-head. Boley missed a couple weeks with a minor injury, but he's back practicing now. I think you're going to see a lot of a rotation there. There's been somewhat of a battle on the right side between Joey Ramos and then Chris Martinez, but it looks like Ramos is more likely to start, although today we didn't see Des Holmes, so we'll have to track that. He's the right tackle starter more than likely. And then defensive end, really Anthony Cooper and Trevez Moore have been battling on the right side. Very clearly they're going to rotate a lot, D-line always do, but I'm interested to see kind of how that shakes itself out.
All right, lots of more coverage on the way as we're just a few days away from Arizona State's first game of the season. Make sure you follow along on SunDevilSource.com. We'll catch you next time.